with breaking news. A 9.0 earthquake and tsunami has just hit Japan. Here's a brief video on what happened in Japan.
As debris-filled waves churn. It crushes homes and cars, sweeping boats inland. Near the city of Sendai, muddy waters surge, carrying parts of buildings with them. An airport building becomes an island as survivors head to the roof, waiting for rescue. Along the coast, fires triggered by the quake burn. These flames at an oil refinery rage out of control. All of this as the government tries to take stock of the destruction and coordinate a response. There are a number of confirmed deaths, dozens of injuries, but it's just too early to know the full scope of this disaster. In bustling Tokyo, a city of 13 million, about 230 miles away from the epicenter, they felt powerful aftershocks. Train stations shut down. Commuters panicked, babies cried. Though earthquakes are common in Japan, people who live there say this is unlike anything they've felt before.
My wife and I stood outside and basically held on to the outside of our house. You couldn't even stand up. We have never, ever felt anything on the magnitude, the literal magnitude of what we experienced today.
According to the U.S. Geological Survey, this is one of the most powerful earthquakes of the last century. It's triggering dangerous aftershocks and tsunami warnings across much of the Pacific, alarms alerting people of the possibility the waves may be coming. Kate Baldwin, CNN.
The epicenter was approximately 72 kilometers east of Oshika Peninsula. The focus was about 19.9 miles deep in the east coast of Honshu, Japan. The magnitude of Japan 2011 earthquake was originally 8.9, but then it changed to 9.0 on the Richter scale. Here's some pictures. The Richter scales were not properly calibrated during the earthquake. After the earthquake, the Richter scales were tested and found to be incorrectly calibrated. It really was a 9.0. The epicenter and the island of Japan lie on the North American plate and the Pacific plate, and they moved past each other to create a massive quake. And here's a simulation of what happened. The earthquake occurred on the Pacific tsunami wave. And then when the tsunami got closer to the land, it increased the height of the wave and made it more powerful. And then it reached from there all the way around. Oh, and then here's an eyewitness report, Matt Alt.
While in Japan, I was visiting Tokyo when all of a sudden I felt the grass starting to shake. Outside to see what was happening, and all of a sudden a roaring wave came over the building that was about a mile away. Ran up to the roof building, and I was in and stayed there until the Coast Guard came to take me.
Thank you, Matt. Now our scientist, Joy.
Thank you, Kate. Okay, so as Allison told you before, the earthquake was a result of the plates thrusting, and when this is what happens when plates move, creating an earthquake. Japanese islands were created by a subduction zone, which is a convergent plates, and the Pacific plate went beneath the North American plate, and so it caused the plates there. This is pretty much a picture of what happened exactly. Okay, so there was S waves and the P waves took a big part in the Japan earthquake and tsunami. The P waves traveled the fastest and was ahead of the S waves when they came into shore. The S waves are the slowest but caused the most destruction during the earthquake. When the epicenter is in the ocean, the arrival time of the S waves are delayed because it undergoes several reflections and refractions underneath the ocean. The P wave arrived at the seismograph station immediately without any delay. And this is a picture of what happened with the waves from the tsunami. Okay, there was 726 aftershocks after the Japan earthquake. The main earthquake was the strongest at 9.0, but the others caused major damage as well. And this was an actual picture of the seismograph. The highest waves were reported to be about 30 feet high. The average was 23 feet high and took 2 hours to come back into the ocean after it had hit land. The giant waves devoured cities and rural areas nearby, sweeping away cars, homes, buildings, trains, and boats, leaving a path of death and devastation in its wake. Okay, so why did the tsunami happen? The tsunami, pronounced tsunami, is a series of huge waves that occur as a result of a violent underwater disturbance, such as an earthquake or a violent volcanic eruption. As these powerful waves approach shallow waters along the coast, their velocity is slowed and they consequently grow to a great height before smashing into the shore. Japan evacuated everyone within a 40-mile radius because they could have been exposed to radiation from the nuclear power plants. The nuclear power plants, they got overheated and they got hurt from the earthquake and tsunami, and so they let out radiation levels. And so on March 16th, Japan decided that everybody within 40-mile radius had to have iodine, and iodine helps them so they don't get radiation poisoning, and those are the doses depending on the age.
Oh, that's a lot of milligrams.
Radiation levels in the Fukushima power plant in Daiichi have elevated since the damage began. They are not dangerous to human health though. At the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant, radiation levels spiked 3 times since the earthquake, but have stabilized since March 16th at levels which are although significantly higher than normal levels, within the range that allows workers to continue on-site recovery measures. These are 4 napkin pics, and